Hey there, welcome back to the Rock Balancer's Guide. This is principle number 2, opportunity. And thank you so much for getting through the mantra of peace and breathing in our last principle. If you have gone through that, I encourage you to keep your mantra of peace in your mind as we continue to look at all the opportunities around us. If you don't have your mantra of peace yet, it's okay, but I encourage you to go back and really discover your mantra of peace. Don't skip ahead in these, because this is just designed for you to watch once and download and live the rest of your life with this information inside. But if you're skipping ahead, you're not going to get the detailed and in-depth knowledge that I've provided here for you. So I'm doing this for you. I already know all this stuff, but if you can take it one step at a time, I'm really designing this so that you can get the most amount of information without being overwhelmed in this process. So principle number 2 is opportunity. And if you can think of it like this little aragonite crystal. This is a crystal designed for grounding yourself, like roots on a tree. And I like to look at this guy right here. And then what I do is I have this aragonite crystal right next to it. And then I put this aragonite crystal right next to these guys. And this is a perfect representation of what opportunity is. When we think of our greatest dreams, like right now, think of, what do you want in life? What is at the edge of the ocean for you? It usually looks like this big, awesome goal of achievement and validation. But what it actually looks like right now in this moment is this little guy. That there's something small, tangible, right in front of you that can lead you to the edge of the ocean. So what I usually do in workshops on the beach, we're in a digital beach right now, so if you can imagine the two of us standing at the edge of the ocean on the sandy shore, and we're looking at the waves splash in front of our feet. And as we start to look up, we see those waves have waves behind them all the way to the horizon line. And this is the edge of the ocean. And this right here, this little guy represents the waves at your feet. What is right in front of you? Something small that's just right here, right now. And then this one represents the waves behind that. You know, what's after this moment is pretty much inevitable, going to happen. You need to prepare for. And then once you have that, these are the deeper waves, the big guys way out in the horizon. You need to really think of each opportunity as small, medium, and large. And I would say what's happening now with me is I'm starting to get a lot of bigger opportunities. And this is just a result of me saying yes to so many smaller opportunities, because that is how it works. You take one small opportunity, which leads to another, which leads to another, which can sometimes fizzle out and it can just kind of fade out. But then other times you take opportunities which lead to another and another and another and another, and pretty soon you're sailing off into the horizon. So this edge of the ocean idea, if you can just think about, what is it that you really want? For me, I gotta say that the past few weeks I've been feeling that I need to dedicate my life to balancing rocks on the moon. That pursuit of getting in the rocket, getting out there, getting on the moon, looking back at the earth, and balancing rocks on something outside the earth, to me as an artist is just so gratifying, in a sense that like I have explored my edge, but also inspired so many others to do that. And there's just something about it that just feels so strong and pure that I could go the rest of my life in pursuit of it and maybe not get there, but that journey could be really amazing. I hope that the profits from this course can fuel my ticket to the moon, not even in a monetary sense, but maybe in a sense that if one of you is working at NASA and wants to hook me up in, let's say, 20 years, I want to take that ticket. So that's my horizon. And those waves coming back right now into this moment, like this wave of opportunity is you. I need to make sure that you are getting value from this and you're learning how to rock balance and the benefits of it in order to get me to the moon. And a little side note, one little thing that I say with my friends and family is to the moon. That when they're doing something good or about to, have a big meeting or something, or on the phone, I say to the moon, to the moon. And if you can remember that, like whatever you want, moments of struggle, just to the moon, to the moon. And what it does with me is it actually lifts my obstacles that I'm seeing in front of me. So that's a great transition into the second part of this principle, and that is moving beyond failure. So we see the horizon, we know what we want, and it's time to go after it. But what's going to happen is we're going to instantly fail. That is just the nature of growing. You have to fail first. When I have students and I'll teach them how to balance, and we start balancing, and the first time the balance falls over, they're crushed. It's just, what's the point? I tried it once and then I didn't do it. And we have this attitude with a lot of things in our life. And if I can help you continue to try again, then you're going to learn that failure is just a discovery process to see how much you truly believe in your idea. So if you can think of it like you're falling down, and then you look around, realize what you tripped on, and you put your foot up and you stand right back up, and then you step over it. And then the next step, you fall down, you realize kind of how you fell down, you pick yourself up, take another step, and you fall on your face. And it's just this continual process of falling on your face over and over that gets you to the horizon. So that might seem like, hey, that's a really painful, dumb process. Why would you do that? Like, I don't want to do that. The truth is you don't have a choice. You can either stay stuck at failing once and never achieving any of your dreams ever, or go after what it is that you truly care about and face failure over and over. Because what ends up happening is, after a while, failure isn't failure anymore. It's just a teacher. That if I'm not failing, I'm actually thinking like, why is this so easy? This must be easier for a lot of other people. So as soon as I start to encounter moments of failure, I'm seeing, hey, this is where people are actually getting stuck, they're quitting, so I need to continue to push forward because I'm going where other people aren't, per se. So there's one little chart in here, this little circle on the cycle of growth, that I'm going to go through with you guys. So what we have here is you're starting, just like I said, with the whole walking analogy, falling on your face. You're starting with friction. And this friction leads to failure. Now this failure leads to learning, and then the learning leads to growth. So this growth has like a new plateau, and then that leads to friction, and then failure, and then learning and growth over and over and over again. So if you can start to really embrace failing and moving past it, then you're going to start to see all the opportunities that are going to happen even after failure occurs. So I'm going to cut it short. That's just opportunity for now. Where we're going next is to really believe in ourselves. So in the first principle, we breathed and got into the moment. Here, with opportunity, we're starting to see all the opportunities around us. There's so many different lanes and avenues that we can make. And then it's about finding that choice within those opportunities. One common thing I get with workshops is, I'll say before we even start balancing, go find a rock or crystal. And what ends up happening is people are stuck. They're paralyzed. Like, how do I choose the rock? And what I found just through my own balances is it's like, do you choose the rock or does the rock choose you? I don't know if you believe in free will or fate like that, but ultimately there's something guiding me to these rocks. It's this deep in my belly. I'm in search of this lotus blooming. Like, experiencing the lotus blooming is really what opportunity is about. What are you going after? That's all I'm trying to just get into your awareness right now. So thank you so much. This is the second principle, opportunity. We're moving forward into believing in ourselves, because after we see all the opportunities, we need to believe in ourselves enough to actually go after those opportunities. So there's no need for you to do anything right now. In the next module, we're going to set up our balance garden. You can see I have a little indoor one right here. I'm going to talk about indoor versus outdoor, all the good stuff that you need to know. So for now, I would just say take a break. Take one more day to just soak in opportunity. That's all you have to do. When you're walking around after this, just notice, where are all the places I can walk right now? Am I controlling my steps? Do my steps control me? I don't want you to think anything specific. I just want to really kind of pop the balloon and get this into your awareness of what opportunity actually is. So thank you so much for being here one more time, and I will see you in the next principle.